Day 121. Focus more on your work than on glory. Results speak for themselves. This video today is going to be kind of similar to a video I did a while back where I talked about people say they want to do big things. People make these plans and they get excited about them. And sometimes a pitfall that we can run into is people will tell everyone what they're going to do. They're going to be really loud with their goals, which can be a good thing in a lot of ways because it can create accountability and it can create embarrassment if you don't follow through on actual thing. But if you really deep down haven't negotiated that price in advance and you haven't, no matter what the circumstance is, planned on still executing your goals no matter what adversity, like if you haven't really thought that through, and then you talk about it real loud, hey, I'm going to eat healthy, or hey, I'm going to get to the gym, I'm going to do all these things, lose weight. The problem is speaking it, and hang with me because a lot of people do this and I'm not trying to call anyone out, but speaking it out can actually have that dopamine hit in your mind to where you get really excited. I'm going to lose 50 pounds, or I'm going to bench press 100 more pounds. But it's the speaking it that can create dopamine, and then it's almost like we're good after that point. It's a weird thing, but it's like if you speak it out, I'm going to read all these books, I'm going to get connected, I'm going to read the Bible. Like you could say these things and it creates like this sense of pride and it creates these dopamine hits to where you don't actually have to execute. You can just talk it and make you feel good, say you're going to execute, and then time will just slip away. A week here, a week there. You start to lose your grasp on your goal. You didn't really negotiate the price in advance. You didn't account for the stress at work. You didn't account for the busy ball game schedule. You didn't account for whatever. And before you know it, as time slips away, a few months later, you're right back to where you started. Again, I'm not sounding doom and gloom at all, because I love when people have accountability partners and they talk their goals into existence. Like, do it if that's what you want to do. But just be careful that you're not saying things just to draw attention to yourself, or you're not saying things just to try to feel good about, oh, I'm gonna do all these things, and then create this dopamine that then you don't follow through with. That's all I'm saying. So a similar note to the original quote I wrote down is work in silence and let the success be your noise. That's pretty popular. I think everyone's probably heard that. But there's just something about showing up every day for no one else but to be the best person you can be for God and for your family, and just having that dog mentality. I know we talk a lot in these videos, but I've said it before, like sometimes I get even tired of talking about it. It's like I just want to go do. But again, accountability tools are awesome. Speaking your goals are awesome. Just make sure you've really negotiated that price in advance. And sometimes you just got to put your nose to the grindstone and get the work done without posting an Instagram picture about it, without blasting to the world every ounce of your progress. It's just like focus on your work more than the glory. The results will speak. Even if they're slower than you want, just keep showing up. Do it for a year. Do it for 2 years. The results will eventually show up. And then I wrote down, like, your best days are ahead. Like, it's okay to look back and create some nostalgia. But the people that are really the ones that live those same 6-month patterns that we talk about for 50 years in a row, they just keep living the same 6-month patterns over and over without any intention to grow or any intention to change in a positive fashion. It's those people that will only talk about their past and their core memories from like high school. And I just want to be a person that really is laser focused on the future. Like I'll reminisce about good memories from time to time. That's awesome. Remember where you came from. Remember the people that got you there, for sure. But if your best accomplishment is something that you did 15 years ago, set a better goal, reach a new height, set a better accomplishment for yourself. And then the last note that I had written down that kind of encapsulates this entire topic is like, just be careful of our pride and arrogance. And we all probably battle like egotistical problems, and I've dealt with issues with that for sure. And we all have a bit of this prideful, because we live in this world. It's easy to let pride sink in, and we have pride when we execute something well, and then we want to blame others when something's not going well. And I want to be a person that, like, there was another quote I was reading tonight. It was like, I want to be a person that keeps my head up when things are bad, but keeps my head down in humility when things are good. And I want to be a person that thanks God when things are going well, or a task or a mission's completed well, a goal's achieved in my life, like point to Jesus. And then when it's not going well, or something doesn't go to plan, or there's some external storm, still be with Jesus, pray to Jesus, and lean on him to help rebuild whatever situation you're in. So again, focus more on your work than glory. Truly let your results speak volumes. Don't be afraid to just stay to the grind every single day and work in silence. Proverbs chapter 27, verses 1 and 2. Do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring. Let someone else praise you and not your own mouth, an outsider and not your own lips. Just being prideful, drawing attention to yourself, that's just trying to make yourself bigger, and it can send a message that like you're trying to be your own God. Even if you're not explicitly telling people that, it just sends a message that like you are the center of your universe. And that first verse where it talks about don't boast about tomorrow, for you don't know what a day may bring, like that just reminds me how small we are, and not in some bad or morbid way, but truly like there could be a million things that happen to me tomorrow, good and bad. A lot of those are external, out of my control, and are up to God. How can I play my part and run my race well, knowing that I can't dictate? I don't hold the deck of cards. But just walk humbly with humility tomorrow, treat people well, and also still at the same time grind to be the best person and the strongest person and the best leader that I can be tomorrow. And again, lastly, let someone else praise you and not your own mouth, an outsider, not your own lips. If we spent all of our time talking about our own accomplishments or our own big plans, and especially in like a prideful fashion and just drawing attention to ourselves, it's going to turn people away. Arrogance does not bring people together. So how do we just serve others, love others, connect with others, still have goals that are rooted in God's will over our own, but we can still live an awesome life, being tenacious, trying to meet our goals, and knowing that our yoke's easy, our burden's light, and knowing whose we are, like we can achieve any goal that we put in front of ourselves as Christians. I would argue better than anyone in this world. So connect with that, believe that, see what it does for your life. That's day 121.